Okay, so today we're going to learn about monochromatic color. Now you're probably wondering why our paper is green, or maybe you're not. Paper is going to be green because I want you to actually practice on a colored paper, not on white, all right? And when you choose your color for your paper, it should be a darker color, not necessarily something that's light like yellow, white, okay? Something darker, so white and black will show up, okay? All right, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to put our name on the top, all right? So there we go. Okay, so at the top, it kind of talks a little bit what monochromatic is. It's how it's like one color, okay? And you're going to have a range of lights and darks. So basically this entire project, you're going to be using a white color pencil and a black color pencil, all right? You are leaving the paper, all right? So you don't necessarily need anything. Now the pencils that we're going to be using are very special. These do not, I repeat, do not go in with the regular color pencils, okay? And if you see any of these with the regular color pencils, please remove them. In order to get these, you're going to get the pencils, these pencils, from my desk, okay? Or you're going to need to ask me for them. All right, so how can you determine if you have the special color pencil or not? So you're looking for something that says Prismacolor, okay? These are softer than normal pencils. You don't want ones that say School Smart, okay? These are not so smart, okay? Yeah, School Smart. This, no. All right, it doesn't show up that much. Here, I can kind of show you. This is nice and bright and white, okay? This one, you really can't see it all that much. It's like, where'd it go? Woo. White, don't even know. Okay, not so smart. Okay, ways that it'll say is, okay, it'll say Prismacolor, or it might have this barcode on, all right? Now, the reason that these are so special is because I said they're soft. When you sharpen them, you do not sharpen them in the regular pencil sharpener, okay? You must use a handheld. And when you do this, you do not sharpen it to a point. This is it, okay? You sharpen it to a point and it will break, all right? And you want to use this until it's pretty much like very, very flat. Like this right here, that flatness, okay? That still is good. You don't even need to sharpen this until it's like ridiculously flat, right? Don't necessarily sharpen these the first time you get them. So when you pick them up, use it until it's flat, okay? All right, so we've got that. Same thing with the black color pencils, okay? You can use a regular black color pencil, that's absolutely fine. It's just that when you use this brand, okay, Prismacolor, you must use handheld. And don't sharpen it to be super pointy. I know that everyone is like so hung up on saying, oh, it has to be pointed. No, 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 no. Don't. Okay. All right, as I sharpen, let's see, what else? Okay, so, see? Perfect. Doesn't need to be pointed. All right. Okay, so we got pretty much all that. Next, realistic drawing. So we're going to talk about this invisible shape idea, how we can draw. So on here, what it's going to say is how you're going to kind of do this. Is you take the object and you're going to imagine that there's some, shapes in here. So if I can kind of like look at this, now, right now when I'm looking at it, I kind of can see like a rectangle and almost like a half circle here, okay? So I'm going to actually draw that, and then it'll make the whole thing go a lot easier. All right, so basic shapes. In this space, you're going to put your basic shapes. You're going to put a cube, you're going to put a cone, you're going to put a sphere. All right, so let's start with, actually, let me grab my, my blocks. Hold on. Woo! Here we go. All right. Let's do a cube, okay? All right. So the cube, from the side when we look at it, all right, because you're going to need to look at it. And by the way, you're probably going to need the lights out for this, or put some light, some spotlight on. Easy way to do this is actually if you take a flashlight, you could, prop these up, put some light on it. I do have some flashlights in my 3D cabinet, okay? And you could take a picture of this, and then you can work with it. Or, even better, take the iPad, put it to so it's seriously bright, okay, and then just put a screen that's white. Flash, you know, turn off the lights and just flash it on there, and you'll be able to see the lights on it, okay? All right, so how to make this kind of like easy to draw, all right? So here I see that I kind of have a rectangle. So I would actually, using pencil, I would put like a rectangle, okay? Kind of like you see it, it's a little angled, got it. Same thing with this. I'm not worried about the shape, just kind of like the easy ones. So I see it's a lopsided, almost like a diamond, okay? So I'm going to put like kind of like a diamond, all right? And top, kind of another diamond. See, I'm only worrying about the invisible shapes, okay? Now, it's a little bit off. Got it. So once we're done, we're going to then go in and clean up our lines. All right? Looking at everything here, straightening things up. Okay. See, all of a sudden, like some of these are there. Okay? And I'm going to erase these invisible shapes. All of a sudden you get this nice like line, okay? And all I did was I looked for a shape, okay? I know how to draw that shape, so I put that shape. I knew how to draw this shape, so I put that shape, and I got it, okay? Cone. Pretty simple for the cone, all right? Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, here it is. Okay, so cone. Shape you kind of see here is a triangle. Plus a curve. Okay, well, I know how to do a triangle. So I'm going to put my triangle in, okay? I have my basic shape. Now I'm going to go and put my details in. All right, well, it's not necessarily a triangle. It's got a curved space. So clean up the edges and erase what I don't need. All of a sudden, you have the shape that you need. Let's see, cube, cone, sphere. Okay, sphere. Sphere, by the way, bottom, top, works, okay. If you want to just go around lightly, all right. Another way is around and around, all right. Layering two objects, all right. So for here, it could be any of these objects, okay. Pick shapes that you haven't seen, and I want you to just build something. So, for example, So if I have this, okay, I can lay this here, lay that down, and you're worried about the shapes, okay? So, whoops, sorry, let's tilt that there, all right? If this is what you see, draw the shapes, even if they look weird, okay? See this one right here? That is a weird triangle. Draw the weird triangle, okay? So you're gonna put it in here. If you see a triangle here, underneath, draw it, all those shapes. When you're done drawing those shapes, go in and put your details, okay? Attention to details. Say, okay, well, this is lightly done, so I have this here, got that. It comes down here, okay. Oops. So you go in lightly. Now all this is kind of like sketching. So when you're done, you clean up your lines, erase anything you don't need, okay? Okay, so for the rest of this, what you're gonna do is do these three shapes, layer up, okay, and the junk box, you know what, I'm just going to say basically anything from the 3D cabinet. There is a junk box which has like different things in it, you can use that, but anything from the 3D cabinet, make sure that everything in the 3D cabinet stays clean and organized, okay? If it gets out of hand, it makes it, let me tell you, awful, because then you can't find anything and things get broken, and I prefer things not to get lost and not to get broken, okay? All right, next. All right, so now we're going to talk about turning things light and dark, okay? And what you're going to need is you're going to need your pencils, all right? Remember, do not sharpen them too dark. All right, so we're going to start off with doing a step scale. We're going to go from dark to light. So how we're going to do this is you're going to just take, and by the way, I hold my pencil on my side. I don't go up and down like this, okay, on the side. So I'm going to go on the side, and I just want to make this nice and dark. I'm not going to fill the whole thing in, okay, just about like 80%. Middle one is going to stay. Okay, bottom one, light. Pretty simple, right? Yeah. Dark, because it's mixing, you know, kind of like a dark one. Color, there. Break it down even more. Dark, a little lighter, lighter, same color. Now this is where it gets a little tricky, okay? This one goes light, this one becomes brighter. Ooh, kind of crazy, right? Yeah, I know. All right, so then you see a nice transition. So now we're worrying about the highlighted areas. Okay, this is almost like where the light source is going, and this is where the shadows are going. So when we're dealing with objects, okay, we actually are going to look at two different things. We're going to look at where the light is going and where the shadows are going. Okay, so I'm going to get my funky, you know, you love that? It's awesome. Gotta love it. Okay, we're gonna hold that up and we're gonna kind of like look at how things are. All right, so when we kind of like look at this, we can kind of see that this area, the front area, is hit by the light. So we're gonna end up putting light on ours. This one's shaded, and obviously in the back we have our shadow. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually work a little bit there. Now sometimes it's a little hard to see what's bright white and what is you know, what has a highlight, which one is shadow. If you squint a little bit, you can see how some things are glowing and some things are dark. Alright, so we're going to take this, put it away because I need both hands. Alright, lights off. There we go. Okay, so what we saw was this one was bright white. We saw this nice even light shadow. Okay. This one is nice even light shadow. And then we had our shadow. Now, shadows and objects, okay, you want to have contrast in there because it will pop out. You don't want to necessarily be too close because then you can't tell what's a real dark shadow and what's the object, okay? Pretty cool, right? Yeah, very snazzy. All right, if we're looking at this, so our light source is coming here. More than likely, this is probably going to be like light, all right, bright white. So we're going to add that bright white. This one might have a mixture or be solid, okay? So it might be like where some light might be hitting, some dark in there. If you want, you could leave that, or you can even go like this. Do a light version, okay? If it's starting to get a little dark, you can even go over this and make this gray, which is absolutely fine, okay? There we go. And if you're gonna mix them together, try to, you know, mix them, go back and forth. All right, so this one was definitely darker because it's shadow. Ooh, so pretty. And then we have our shadow, nice and dark. Beautiful. Okay, so we have those going on. Let's move on to gradation. Love gradation. Okay, start nice and dark. Gonna fade it out. This one's a little different because we're not going all the way. Very cool. Okay, then we're gonna start. See, I like shading from top to bottom, so I'm gonna take this really bright. Fades out. Okay, so shadowed area, dark in crevices, fades out. Light area, the light is hitting here and moving in, okay? So you have gradation. Be wild, do it again. Okay. Alright, so gradation happens a lot on curved surfaces. Alright, so when we're doing this, you need to kind of do two things. What I would do is I would first worry about where is the light hitting, okay? So first look at your object. Say, okay, I see the light is really bright, kind of fades out. Now, easiest way to do this is kind of look at objects, and, kind of squint. You'll be able to see it. Dark area, shadowed area, kind of fades out. And sometimes they overlap, and that's okay. Yeah, I can't quite, I guess you can kind of mix it. That's kind of neat. Okay. Then we got our deep shadow. Pretty cool, right? Yeah. Next one. White first, because we're doing with the highlights first. Look where the light is hitting. And sometimes you can't tell where the light is hitting. Easiest way to do that is actually look at the color, okay, and it will come out. Another way to do this, so if you're having trouble, is turn your picture to be black and white, alright, and all of a sudden your darks and lights will start showing up, okay. You can probably actually take your projects or your picture that you've got going on, and I believe in one of the apps you could actually put a filter on it so it's one color. I think it might be an Aviary or Avaton that you can actually put that like a filter on it, which is really cool. Okay, and if you need help, I can definitely help you out to do that. Gorgeous. Okay. Whoa, those look 3D. Kind of scary. All right, putting it together. What do we do from here? Okay, so what you're gonna do is let's see. This one actually I'm not gonna worry about. It says achromatic values. You're not gonna worry about that because that means it's just actually, yeah, it kind of is. All right. So what am I talking about? Let me go back. Here up at top are a couple of different fantastic tips on how to draw and how to shade. All right. So take a moment, kind of read through them. It might be worth your while. Some people are probably going to ignore it, but honestly, it doesn't hurt to get more tips. The bottom, what you're going to do is in the space you're going to draw 2 blocks, okay? Or you know what? I'm going to even take it one better, okay? I want you to draw just 2 objects from the room. Somewhere from the room, okay? You can go with my 3D objects, which is fine. You can do blocks, whatever, okay? You're going to set up, okay, 2. I don't care. I want you to create a mini little still life. Get a light. Turn off the lights. I know it's going to bother everyone, but whatever. Everyone's going to have to deal. Put a light on it, okay? Take a picture. So, then turn on the lights. Draw your object and do all the colors on it, okay? If you want, you can take your image and actually if you go into edit mode, you can brighten it, okay? Which is kind of neat. If you don't know, ask around. Someone can brighten it. That will help show some of these colors, okay? The light areas and dark areas a little more, okay? And I want you to draw them. So draw with pencil first. After that, you're going to do highlights. Highlight areas, okay, first. Then you're going to do shadow on the object and casting, okay? Let's see. I'm trying to think of anything else that you kind of need to know. And yeah, that's pretty much it, okay? Do the best you can, and if you have any questions, just, ask.